Ooh, it would be a great video to talk about how to quit your job and get paid full time to coach, especially now, right? Labor Day 2016 is when I quit my job. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. As a coach, I'm gonna share how you can do that right now. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time, 7-figure certified life and business coach, as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. And as I'm recording this, I have been wearing all the hats and doing all the things full-time in my coaching business for nearly 7 years. So as I'm recording this, we are coming up on the Labor Day holiday here in the United States. And Labor Day 2016 is when I quit my job. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. It was my last day of work. I had actually quit my job previously and I gave them 3 weeks notice because I'm nice like that. I gave them an additional week above and beyond the typical 2-week notice that most employees give. But my last day at work, like when I walked out of the office, I walked out of those, spinning doors, and I never looked back, not just in that office, but any corporate office. I mean, your girl's been full-time, basically, for 7 years now. It's kind of ridiculous, but thinking about that, I said, ooh, it would be a great video to talk about how to quit your job and get paid full time to coach, especially now, right? Nowadays, because again, I did this 7 years ago and some things has changed, but none of the core principles. So let me just put that out there right up front. I think sometimes people are quick to want to count themselves out. That's a whole nother discussion. I think our society kind of trains us to not believe in ourselves, to have low self-esteem, and to think quite low of our capabilities and the possibilities of what we can achieve. But because of that, I often deal with people who come to me and immediately have this kind of, disposition that, oh yeah, you did this because of XYZ reason, but I could never do that. And one of the reasons that they like to give, or one of the excuses that they like to give for why I can do this but not them, is because, well, you did that back in 2016 and everybody knows things were different then and the coaching industry is different then, but now it's now, right? So how do I quit my job and go full-time as a coach now? Kind of crazy, right? Sure, things have changed. And there were some things that I would do differently, slight things, but the core remains the same. So in this video, if you have aspirations of quitting your job and going full-time in your online coaching business, you're gonna love this video because on the anniversary of my 7-year full-time entrepreneurversary, I guess, as a coach, I'm gonna share how you can do that right now. Okay, the biggest thing that you need now, that you also would have needed then, and that I focused on back then, is you need a unique angle. This is by far, the biggest mistake that I see so many online coaches make. This is something that I tried to solve in my Nail Your Niche Challenge. If you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you know that I've been promoting the Nail Your Niche Challenge. I don't promote it anymore because I no longer do it live anymore, right? And so if you ever saw any of my previous videos where I said, sign up now because I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this, that wasn't a marketing ploy. We did it for a long time and now we've moved on to other things in the business. So I no longer do Nail Your Niche Live as it stands right now. But the main focus of the Nail Your Niche Challenge was to help people identify what is unique about them. And don't worry, we still teach you that. We actually teach you that in my CLS coaching certification. And if you think CLS stands for CLS, like CourtneyLSanders, it does, but it stands for the Coach of Life Success because that is the designation that you walk away with after you get your coaching certification. So we not only teach you my methodology and how to coach, but we teach you how to come up with your own methodology precisely so that you can stand out from the crowd. So yes, coaching has grown. No, it's not oversaturated. I never hear anyone say, attorneys are oversaturated or accountants are oversaturated. So I find it fascinating that everybody somehow thinks the coaching industry is oversaturated. The coaching industry, trust me, there are by far not nearly as many coaches as there are accountants and lawyers and, all of these traditional industries. But even if there were, that's not a reason not to, put your shingle out as a coach. You just need to make sure that you have a unique angle to attract clients by. And so again, we teach you how to do that by showing you how to create your own coaching methodology inside of my CLS coaching certification. You can learn more about that by clicking the link below and applying, and if approved, we'll invite you to a call with one of our enrollment coordinators. Whether you work with me or someone else, or you work to try to figure it out on your own, make sure you know what your unique angle is in coaching, right? It's not enough to say you're a life coach. It's not enough to say you're a health coach. It's not even enough to say you're a business coach. You must have something unique around what you do and how you do it in order to help people get results. All right, and going along with that last tip about having a unique angle, you want to make sure that you are solving a specific problem. In fact, I talk about the importance of solving problems and how it really can lead to wealth and financial stability for you in the podcast that I recently did around the 3 money mindset beliefs that I found that all wealthy people have. But I won't give too much away. You definitely want to check out that podcast, but you need to focus on solving a specific problem. In the coaching industry, especially in the life coaching industry, I find that people tend to lean very broad. They want to kind of say like, oh, I can help you do anything. I can help you achieve any type of goal. And maybe that's true. Maybe you do have the coaching methodology and the coaching tools to really guide people in a variety of different arenas. Even if that's the case, you want to make sure that your marketing demonstrates that you can help people solve very specific problems. So even if you can help people solve a lot of different problems, make sure that you have kind of swim lanes for the specific problems that you can help people solve, because that is what people are going to be looking for. And so even in today's day and age, right? I don't want to hear any, oh, Courtney, you got in the coaching industry 7 years ago. What about now? I'm telling you, now the thing you need to focus on is solving a specific problem, right? No one walks into the drugstore looking for medicine, right? They're looking for pain medicine, but specifically headache medicine, back pain medicine. They're looking for very specific types of medicine, and it's the same thing with coaching. No one walks into, well, I know there's no coaching store, but no one gets on Google late at night, we'll say that, searching for coach, right? C-O-A-C-H, coach. All types of results are gonna come up, right? They're looking for specific types of coach, and not even just fitness coach, wellness coach, health coach, business coach, life coach. They're looking for specific coaches that can help them solve specific problems. So make sure you have a specific problem if you're looking to quit your job and actually get paid for coaching. All right, the next thing you need to do that actually took me way too long to do, I definitely could have quit my job a lot faster had I learned this, is you need to come up with a high ticket coaching offer. And I don't just say this from like, oh, take your coaching program and slap a high price on it. No, it needs to be high value. Like it needs to actually be worth what you are charging. But you need to dig deep within yourself and say, what value do I have to offer? What is the highest value that I can offer? What is the one thing that I can help people get to? What is the one thing or the one result that I can guide people to that would be worth a lot of money? Whatever that is, that's what you want to focus on first. So many people make the big mistake, and I made this mistake when they are looking to quit their jobs, is they start low, right? They start with things or problems that they can solve that they think, oh, somebody will pay me $150 for this. Somebody will pay me $20 for this. Somebody will pay me $50 for this. And the issue with that is you're gonna need a lot of people in order to make a decent living. I mean, think about that. If you are selling an ebook or some low ticket course for just $50, you're gonna need to make 100 sales. That's 100 clients just to make $5,000 a month. And you're gonna have to do that every single month, right? But imagine if you're able to get one client for $5,000, right? You only need 1 or 2 clients a month in order to make above and beyond perhaps what you were already making at your corporate job. So you wanna think about, what is it that I know? What is the result that I can help guide someone to that would be worth $5,000, $10,000, even $15,000 for them? And if you believe that that's impossible to achieve inside of coaching, you are sadly mistaken. In fact, I have an entire video around the 5 things you need to keep in mind when it comes to high ticket sales. I definitely recommend watching that if you want to learn what it takes in order to sell high ticket in coaching. But trust me on this one, I know it feels scary. Focus on what you can charge the most for, not what you can charge the least for, because it's gonna be hard to make sales anyway, right? When you're first getting started, to get that marketing engine going and to get people to pay attention to what you have to offer. So if you're only making 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 sales a month, they better be high ticket sales. That way you can quit your job much faster, right? What's the point of making, 1 to 3 sales a month and you're only making them at $150? That's not worth anything. So ask yourself, what is it that I can charge thousands of dollars for, not hundreds of dollars or tens of dollars, and then focus on building a package to sell that. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. Are you trying to go full-time in your coaching business? Share in the comments below. All right, the next thing that you need to do that I did very well when I was focusing on quitting my job is you need to get active in what I call adjacent communities, okay? So by adjacent communities, I mean, don't jump into a community that is directly correlated with what you do, right? If you're a health coach, don't necessarily jump into health, related communities or other health coaches communities, right? Because they'll kick you out and be like, what are you trying to do? Steal all my clients? but ask yourself, what are adjacent communities? Meaning, what are some other topics that are related to the community that you want to be a part of, where your target market is likely to be? I did this in the beginning by befriending many people in the personal finance arena, right? So I was in personal development and also business coaching. I didn't jump necessarily even into entrepreneurship arenas. I jumped into personal finance and other related arenas so that I could get in front of my target market, but I wasn't a threat, I wasn't a competitor, because I wasn't teaching on the same thing that other people's communities were teaching on, right? So, for me, business coaching, if I had to start all over again, I would befriend people in the real estate community, in the personal finance community, even in the corporate America professional, right, community, because I know many people in corporate America are looking to start their own business. And again, you're not a threat because you're not necessarily selling or teaching on the same thing that community is about. You're teaching on something adjacent, but it's still of interest to the people who are in that community. And that's a great way to get a lot of attention and a lot of eyeballs on your coaching program. All right, and the next thing that I would do if I were seriously trying to quit my job and go coach full time is how I get set up legally, right? So many people forget this. They get so focused on how do I get sales in the door? How do I make enough money in order to quit my job? That they forget to set up the steps behind the scenes in order to be legit and legal and official in their coaching business. And so I have a podcast all about this, which you can check out, which is all around how to set up your coaching business legally. I highly recommend you watch that because I go over that more in depth. But this is something that I was furiously doing when it was clear that I was getting ready to quit my job, right? So I remember I told my husband in June, I was like, look, I gotta get out of here, right? And he was like, hey, if you can save this much, because we were newlyweds, we were saving up for a house, we needed to pay off our wedding. He was like, if you can save up this much in this amount of time, I support you, go quit your job. And I was like, say less, right? I can do this. So I remember in July and August, I had made more in those 2 months than I would have made in my corporate job for the rest of the year. When it became clear that I was gonna be able to quit my job, I spent the next month, so all of August, really making sure that everything was set up. So I had already had my LLC set up, but I started soliciting for attorneys, right? I started sending out Facebook posts to my friends at the time saying, hey, does anyone know a good attorney? Because I needed an attorney to help me draft my coaching contracts and just to make sure everything was in place. I started setting up legit business bank accounts. I started doing everything that I needed to do in order to be legal in my business. Again, watch that podcast if you want to know what all of those steps are. But I made sure that I had all of that stuff set up in place before I quit my job. First Monday in September, maybe September 4th or whatever the Monday was. At that time, Labor Day 2016, that was my last day in my corporate job, but I already had clients who were paying me. I had a wait list of clients who were waiting to get on my coaching calendar, and I had my business completely set up legally, so I was good to go. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to quit your job and coach full time, you need to be in my coaching certification program, because it's not just a coaching certification program, it's a coaching everything program, right? We teach you how to coach, yes, we teach you our methodology, but we also teach you how to come up with your own coaching methodology, how to create your coaching packages, and then we even teach you how to brand and sell yourself and really become the next big thing in your industry. So if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and click the link below. You can apply, and if approved, you'll be invited to a call with my enrollment coordinators who will walk you through the entire process, and I hope to see you in an upcoming cohort soon. But with that, thanks so much for watching this video. If you loved it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you can't wait for my next video, make sure you're subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't wait for my next podcast episode or my next YouTube video, make sure you're following me on either Instagram or TikTok. My username is CourtneyLSanders on both. Whichever platform you prefer, go ahead and follow me over there, say hi, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.